I got too horny from the killing, and I'm joking.
Ah, Jesus, not again.
Oh crap.
Oh, crap.
Oh, good.
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 Is it crap or is it no good? Make up your goddamn mind.
Oh, look at everybody here.
Who?
You're all late. I was here first.
Still 7.
Well, that's fine, because I just went live. I don't care. Boop-boop-boop-boop-doo. Every time I click something, my audio processing goes bananas, so it is still time to buy a new computer for this boy.
I am back. Hello, everybody.
I didn't even know you were gone.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I stepped away for a few.
That is true. We are waiting for a recap. I'm talking to Chad. If it sounds like I'm talking to myself, I'm not.
That's okay.
He's hallucinating.
Again?
He's gone mad.
Get him!
Which is ironic because our friends are learning how to play Call of Cthulhu.
Oh, nice. I've got the starter kit for that.
Oh god.
It's very deadly.
Yeah, I don't think it's meant to be played long form, and true to form, your characters just die, like, at the drop. But that's what happens
Perfection.
when you cosmic evil.
That's why you play Detective Clancy, world's
Right.
greatest detective.
How many drugs are you on right now?
Too many.
Not enough.
Yikes.
Say he knows the answer. Not enough. That is the correct answer.
So at this point, we
All
are
right.
just missing Ralik and Tia.
If Jim is low, that's because Jim was blowing my ears away last time, so I'm gonna fix that.
Oh.
That's a threat.
Okay, I doubled Jim's audio, so enjoy.
My first instinct was to scream, but that would just be the meanest thing ever.
And we'll see if I can, Oh, Jim, make sure you're shift-clicking a lot today, because I have observer mode on Roll20,
Alright.
so that I don't interfere with anything. Yep.
Look at that
God,
boy.
no.
And I'll try to make sure I'm removing the token crash zooms.
Okay.
But that's fine, I can remember to do that. Got a whole window dedicated to your camera work.
Or lack thereof.
No such thing.
Yeah, but it'll move with you. When it moves, you move, just like that.
Hello?
Hello.
Who was really low? Dear gosh.
I don't know.
Oh, it wasn't you.
Me? Maybe?
Nope, we're all good.
It was no one.
Just cranking everybody. Cranking it.
Twitch. Terms of service. Twitch.
Holy cow, Pancake. When have I ever had you that loud?
Sometimes you really need the dramatic music of really dramatic.
No,
Really
not
weird
like
comes
that. Mm-mm. Just gonna do this.
I think the me channel music builds tension nicely.
All right, and then I think that'll not destroy everybody.
So yeah, let me get everything pulled up here, and we will start with the recap. If anybody wants to recap
Holy
for
moly.
inspiration, I will.
I would say not me, because the ending was a humdinger.
Yeah, a little bit of a surprise
Oh,
there.
jeez. Okay,
Well, I think I got it last time, so somebody else should do it this time.
Oh,
What's the matter? Spence, did my audio go way up again?
No. TV people, how loud is this to you? I've got independent audio controls for myself. I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, no big deal. I will jump into it then. If we don't have any volunteers, that's okay. We play every other week. It can be a little bit hard. So the party opened up last session with a pretty dangerous fight. You had been tracked. There were 2 displacer beasts who were kind of stalking you guys. They were accompanied by some sort of spirits that appeared to be living in a semi-symbiotic nature with the beasts. They would attack from invisibility with the hopes of drawing out the spirits of their prey, which the displacer beasts tended not to mind. They were after the meat, not the spirits, so it worked out for everybody, except last time. It didn't work out for them at all. You guys did, you took a pretty good whooping there. Some of you ended up pretty hurt, but the party was victorious, so nobody died, which is, I guess, a good way to start the session.
That's not entirely true. Some of the lizard boys died, didn't they? Or was that the previous one?
That was the previous fight with the trees. Actually, when they figured out what this was, they stayed in the caravan. They didn't even come out. I think Bivar provided you guys with a fog cloud over the caravan so that they could protect themselves. But yeah, they were not messing with those things. But after that, and a short bit more travel, I believe it was the next day, you arrived at the handoff location, at least originally. The handoff location, Alanmere, the Dreaming Tree. So let's take you back there for a moment. This is the tree that you all arrived at.
Yes, the dirty tree.
Yes, the dirty tree. Sorry, I lost my place here. Yes, so the dirty tree, the dreaming tree, the regional seat of power for Clan Eren Dorleague. This massive tree is host to all forms of turtle society and life. You guys had arrived to quite a bit less pomp and circumstance than you're accustomed to. You were stopped essentially at what would be considered the gates, even though there are no gates or walls, and asked for credentials. There were some bad persuasion rolls, which led to you guys not being allowed to pass until a successful intimidation check created a situation where Vol and one party member of his choosing were allowed to go forward and speak with a member of the society called the Marquisette, which is like the female version of a marquis, and essentially kind of plead your case. So Vol chose Rallick, and the 2 of them went together, again receiving somewhat of a cold reception. You were forced to wait until an old turtle sage came forward and verified the mark that Vol bears on his shell, which signifies him as being a member of the royal bloodline. The Marquisette, a lady by the name of Asen Ilsa League, who is in charge, while the queen of this particular settlement is off at the Castle Tetzinger. You get a feeling she might be there for the peace talks. But this Marquisette made no grand receival of you or paid you any mind. Essentially, the sage informed her that you were legit, and then that same person handed you off to the guards who showed you to your room. You were led to your chambers, and you spent the better part of a week cooped up and waiting to receive further instructions. You were isolated from the rest of the delegation. You spent time talking to the guard and learned a little bit about him and the tale of old Long Seventooth, a giant crocodile that roams the swamp. Rallick and Rourke had some issues with cabin fever. Tia and Perry tried to pass the time by playing a game, which drove Rallick insane. The Marquisette eventually sent word that you would all be hosted for dinner. And at that dinner, you were treated very rudely. The Marquisette suddenly changed her tone when asked a question by Vol, and you all realized that you had been duped. A big old turtle boy came up the stairs, and I'll crash him again here and take a good look at him because he'll be the slight subject of our cold open. So, cue up some music. All right. So we open at a long table. Humans, elves, dwarves, gathered in this hall inside of this massive tree on their way to peace talks, so close to the end goal that you all set out on for so long ago. This room lacks the revelry that we saw previously with the Morkendi. The rooms are darker. There isn't music or games. Turtles of different sizes and shapes stand quietly at different places in the room. You spot a familiar-looking dwarf, Captain Lambert Grey River, fidgeting with an unlit cigar. General Eric Holberg nodding at the conversation being had with a nearby priest of the high table. Various others engaged in quiet conversation and eating their meals. Suddenly, a procession is led through the room, from one end of the hall to the other. We see all of you, one at a time, walking towards the stairs leading upwards at the far end of the hall. We see the relief on Holberg's face when he spots Rallick and Callie, or maybe it's from seeing Clipper and Vol still intact. Regardless, he smiles, the age lines only just beginning to show around his eyes. Quite the turn of events. They've done well, he says out loud, seemingly to no one. The charismatic Eladrin singer, that's a tongue twister. The charming halfling illusionist. The curious human mechanic. The curious mechanical human. The slimy turtle. The hot-headed elf. Our secretive orc. And our well-meaning yet innocent half-elf. You're all led through the room in a line, your Morkendi friend Bivar joining you. One by one, they pass through the room and fade away up the stairs. Several minutes go by and the meal continues. Eventually, from the same path, from the same path as the fresh-faced cadet graduates travel, an exceptionally large turtle enters the room. The one that we showed you before. I'll splash it one more time, because that's fun. His gray, sickly skin and dark shell are a stark contrast to the vibrant greens and browns of his kin. All at once, the turtles in the room stand taller and more attentive. Wielding a dark wooden staff with a large ornate head, he strides across the room, taking up more space than even two of his brethren would. Members of the delegation begin to stare and gawk at this monster lumbering through the room. He strides past the tables, reaching the bottom of the stairs. He stops and, please, don't get up. With that, a nearby turtle draws his spear and jams it downwards into a member of the delegation. Blood spatters out of the dwarven woman and across the table where she was seated. The sounds of combat and chaos erupt in the hall. The giant stranger turns back towards the stairs and ascends. We've got about 2.5 minutes here, so if anybody needs to do anything, go grab a drink or get ready, and we'll start when.
Well then, fuck that guy.
Whoa.
I don't think he's
Whoa.
a friend.
The peaceful race is the bloodiest.
I knew the whole peaceful thing was all a sham.
I warned you. No one has figured out what I'm referencing. It's wonderful.
It's because you like bad things.
I do. That's beside the point.
I am just getting all this good time to fix our audio. Cleaning it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Okay. Music that gives people a clear break. All right.
Oh, is that where I should have run an ad?
Definitely an option. All right. So, after a brief conversation up here, you all pretty clearly got the idea of what's about to go down. The gentleman who came up the stairs had offered you a chance to join him or die, basically stating that Vol's father, who, as you know, is the king of these lands, is leading them down a path that takes them away from who they are as people, what their core identity is. So there appears to be a pretty big schism amongst the turtle folk that you are not aware of. Now, before we roll initiative, just because they are going to get the jump on you here, but only sort of, I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw as the gentleman who came up the stairs taps his staff on the ground, and you all feel a magical presence begin to take hold.
Oh gosh, I gotta remember how to use my character.
You could roll low, that way you'll have extra time. At least that's my strategy.
Okay. So you all had disadvantage on this roll, with it being kind of a surprise here. That being said, I think Eligor is the only one who passes. Let me double check. Yeah, okay. So everybody but Eligor, including your friend Bivar, feel the effects of slow begin to set in. So let me link that spell so that we've got all the deets. Alright. So the spell here is a little bit different than the one I just linked. It's a little bit changed just for balance issues. Specifically, I wanted to remind everybody to add Ralik's temporary hit points. I believe it's 8, right, Ralik?
Yep.
Alright, if you did not add 8, you can add 8 temporary hit points. There's a spot specifically on the sheet for temp. So if you want to If you want to add that, feel free. Unless you refuse for whatever reason. But the trick with Ralik's spell is he can target the whole party. So can this spell. So give a little, get a little. So everybody but Eligor, you have a -2 penalty to your AC and Dex saving throws, and you can't use your reaction. On your turn, you can either use an action or a bonus action, but you can't use both. Regardless of the creature's magical items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. So on and so forth. If you try to cast a spell, you're going to roll a d20. If it's an 11 or higher, the spell won't actually go off until the next turn. On top of that, at the end of your turn, you'll have the opportunity to make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can save against this. You will have disadvantage on the... Or no, you had disadvantage on the original. You will not have disadvantage on additional attempts to try to break the hold of this spell. I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
Boo! Where's my little metal man?
Well, we're rolling initiative like we're slowed.
Staying in character.
Exactly.
Good job, guys.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to put 5 R.
I declare a thumb war.
Indeed. 5 R. Be slow. Certainly are slow, buddy.
What is this structure in the middle of the room?
We said last week that is essentially just magical flame. They are not giving off heat, but they are giving off light. So
Is
it's,
it
it's like a mound. It's a big pit with like.
Okay.
We'll say it's concave as opposed to convex. So it's a drop down. Not far, probably only about 5 feet or so. Let's do descending. And
Oh wow, I'm so fast today!
You are so fast today. Yeah, so Clipper, why don't you go ahead and give us what you got here, bud?
I look at my friends and I see them looking kind of perplexed, pulling weapons. I see that the one of the turtles is kind of staring at me with violence in their eyes, right? At least one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty clearly in on it.
I know that I'm like, I just want to make sure. Okay, so I am going to. I'm going to move here, and let me just check my. I need a ruler here. Perfect. I'm gonna fire through these two folks right here.
All right. I
If
think you rolled a hit on both of them, right?
Yeah, so let me go ahead and do so.
And the second roll to hit is with disadvantage?
Nope, it's just that my misfire chance is higher.
Okay.
Alright, let's use the regular gun. Yeah!
Bang!
And then... Bang number 2.
Okay. So the first one hits.
The second one doesn't?
The second one hits. Yeah,
Okay.
Just checking stats and stuff. I set this combat up last week, so I forgot to open all these sheets and figure out what the hell I was looking at here.
Alright, there's my damage. So the 10 is on the first one, so the one that would get hit first. And then the 11 is on the second one.
Alright.
And, ooh. How are they looking from one shot?
Oh, they look fine.
Oh, gosh. Alright.
I mean, let me rephrase that. They're bleeding. Like you just shot, but I mean, neither of them is in danger of dying.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's just do some more of that.
Okay.
Yeah!
Well, this first one's probably about to not be doing as well.
How about that?
Nice. So,
that.
that is a lot of damage. So 21. All right. Now the first one looks like shit.
Yes!
The second one still looks. She looks all right.
Oh.
That she is the Marquisette who you've essentially pierced a few bullets through. Don't forget to mark your grit points. And
I did, yeah. All right.
Is there anything else that you wanted to do?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Right? Yeah, no problem. Is using action surge a bonus action?
No, it's not. I still have a bonus action, but I can't really do anything with it right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to because you're slowed. So I just wanted to make sure that we were on that page, right? Because I think
it just
failed to save.
Yeah, it just gives me. It's a free action that gives me another action.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Rorik, everything is going really fast.
Indeed. I'm gonna move over here because I can't go no further.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
I can hear your smile as you say that.
All right. So you will be dodging with your action. Tia, it is your turn. You saw Rorik kind of get up from the table and slowly kind of just stumble across the room.
I can make a wisdom save, right?
You can. You both can, actually. You and Clipper.
Oh, nice. All right. That was the question in Twitch chat. You can keep moving. I'm trying to pull my sheet back up.
Yeah, no problem. Tia, it's your turn.
Sorry, I measured the wrong thing. Okay, I am going to take out Peterbilt and wind him up and throw him real good, I hope, over to here. Sorry, wrong icon. So next to this dude. Or dudette.
Got it.
And see if Peterbilt will boop. Good.
Oh.
Nope. But he's there.
Peterbilt exists. Do you want to draw something for him, or?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, cool. All right. Tia, make your wisdom save to see if you are still slowed. Probably should have done something different with slow, like given them all a chance to go while you were slowed. But you live and you learn.
Oh my god, okay.
What is Peterbilt?
He's like I think I
how
said
do you
that
make that? Or what's the cleric version, I guess?
he's like this little he's like Rosie. He's like this amalgamation of little things that look like a child glued them together. And
is that like the spiritual weapon thing?
oh yeah, sorry, yeah, it is. So it's a bonus action, so I don't have to do that stupid rolling shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only time that would matter is if the spell you cast costs an action. So you were right.
I was actually curious what that was. I keep forgetting because I don't know much about clerics.
It is your turn, Eligor. I would assume at this point you are not ready for combat. Do you need to do anything to prepare? Draw weapons? Transform? Anything like that?
I'm gonna go over there and then transform.
Okay. And you were not slowed, I believe. So you have your
I am not. So then I'm going to. I'll try to throw a javelin at the.
Cool.
This one over there.
Yeah. Toss away.
Is there a name I should say for that one? So I don't just say that.
Yes, her name is. Let me grab. So good luck with that.
I will try.
A 17 is her armor class. You managed to hit it.
Learn something.
All right.
That will be the end of my turn at that.
All right. Fair enough. And 7, so she does not have resistance yet. So, boy, so much for casting like bark skin and stuff. I should have done all that earlier. Fair enough. Good throw. Good toss. We come back to this boy who has yet to identify himself, but you can see his name on the tracker. Should anybody be interested in figuring that out?
Oh.
He is going to cast another spell.
I can't. I don't think we can see him on the tracker, so you're good.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's okay.
All right. Well,
Oh, the
I
icon?
think I know why that is, because I did something specific to try to make him work, because I'm using somebody else's sheet
That's good.
to make it. So anyway, he's going to cast. He's going to kind of like tap his staff down on the wooden floor 3 times. He's going to cast Scorching Ray.
No! Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's going to basically fucking miss all of you guys. But the first one is aimed at Vol. The second one is aimed at Rorik. And the third one is aimed at Eligor. So the 17 to hit Rorik is the only one that's got
Nope.
a chance, I think.
I have the dodge.
Ooh.
Yes. He would have disadvantage on that. So, all right. So he misses. Grunts with frustration.
Ah!
And now a group of turtles goes.
Oh, good. Turtles are friendly.
Right. Yeah, that's clearly the case. That one will dash. This one will dash. So you're going to have 2 attacks coming at you with their... It says quarterstaff, but, you know, they're spears in my mind, so...
No.
They suck, so they are unable to hit you. Perry, it is your turn.
Harry, thrust.
What was that thrust?
Never mind.
So we have a -2 to our armor class because of the slow.
Correct.
Then it seems like I should do something about that.
Yes, that will
Oh,
definitely
wait, actually, is that better? Give me a sec. Yeah, that is better, okay. So now does the -2 affect that as well, or does that override?
So the -2 does not, but what you'll need to do is you will need to roll a d20 for me. On a 10 or lower, that spell isn't going to go off until the next round. On a 11 or higher, it'll go off on this round. Okay, so you are casting Mage Armor, and because of your slow, it's taking a while to do all the hand motions.
And then on my next turn, I will have the armor class from Mage Armor, regardless of the slow.
Correct.
-2, right? Okay, gotcha.
And I believe you can now make a Wisdom save to see if you break it, and the spell, I guess, would just go off right away.
Nope.
So it does not. Rallic. Slow times at Ridgemont High.
Look around, very slow, confused. I will go for the light crossbow in my pack next to me. Shoot. Oh, I'm gonna shoot at the big guy that's clearly hostile to everyone.
All right.
Do I not have a light crossbow? Is that the wrong character? Oh no. I have javelins, that's what I have.
That's a far throw for a javelin.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let me try to figure out what character I'm playing.
Oh, you're...
So yeah, I guess I will grab a javelin, throw it at the turtle. I want.
All right. The 16 does not... Which one are you aiming at? Big guy?
No, I can't get that far. I'm aiming for the turtle near clipper.
All right. Let me double check because I think that'll hit him. Nope, it does not.
Oh, okay. And then I will slowly move to take cover by.
All right.
Oops.
And load.
All right. Yeah, this lady is going to heal herself. She'll cast this at level 2. So she's going to heal herself for 11 points.
Woo!
And then with her bonus action, she will cast Shillelagh. So her staff gets all crazy and wild and ready to go. But she is actually going to take a step back in this direction. So she'll move a little bit farther out. Second group of boys is going to go. They are going to rush forward. I think they actually have to dash to get to you guys. That one does not. So he will take a swing at disadvantage against Ralik.
Oh.
Sorry, against Rorik, because he has disadvantage due to the dodge. So, 18 to hit you, Rorik.
That's
All right. You take 8. Call it piercing damage because these are supposed to be spears instead of quarterstaffs.
Ah.
I will just make his attacks for him on his turn, so it shouldn't be a big deal.
Cool.
Vivar gets to go. Vivar joins the fray. I have so many character sheets open. He is going to... he's going to reach forward and touch Ralik.
Reach out.
And
touch.
he's going to... Or you know what? Rorik took damage. So he'll reach forward and touch Rorik.
no, I didn't. I had 10 HP.
Oh, okay. Well, you got hit. So he'll reach forward and touch you and cast Spell Magic. You are no longer slowed. Or you might still be. Let me roll his d20. Okay, you are no longer slowed.
I imagine that I got hit in slow motion, and like you hear the no, ow, what?
Right. Yeah, very much one right after the other. Vol, it is your turn. You are feeling slower than usual.
I was gonna say, can he say something in his turn, or? But it's probably gonna take him 3 hours to say 2 sentences.
Yes, you would still have 6 seconds to speak, but
Yeah, I'll try to say something in 6 seconds. I mean, I'll do it while I'm casting, and then I'll roll my d20. So he sees everything starting to fall apart around him a bit, and he's gonna go, "My friends, recede into your shells and go prone, and we won't hurt you. Everything my father's done has been for the benefit of the swamp. Even the lizard folk are here with us today. This vile woman has twisted your minds against us. Look at all the people out there that are here for peace and good, and she spits hate. Recede into your cells, and you'll be forgiven. We need not fight here today." And then with that, he's going to cast Fairy Fire on the 2 back there in the corner.
okay. Give
And then I gotta
me
roll my
a-
d20.
Yeah, d20 roll if you would.
I just
Sorry,
imagine
that was-
he's saying that during the whole round, and
Yeah, that was more than 6 seconds.
no,
I
no,
think
no.
you
But
need
I
that to
mean,
go.
no, but I mean that's like during the round. You're like taking a break to cast your spell. As I was saying.
So that'll go off at the beginning of your next turn.
And then Wisdom save.
I think it'd be a wisdom save.
No. And then, yeah, if you need his little speech thing to go on for like 8 rounds, you can. But
All right. Yeah, we'll say that that's why your spell isn't going off until next round, because like while people run around like clashing swords and spears and cast, you're like still mid-sentence, like still talking to everybody.
in his mind, he's like, "This is going great."
Clipper, it's your turn.
Oh boy, I can act really fast because I'm a roboid. I'm going to pull out my short sword and set my pistol down on the hearth safely, and I'm going to I'm gonna just with my shooting hand, I'm gonna try to shoot with disadvantage at the turtle directly in front of me. 12 misses. And then I'm going to attack with a short sword at normal.
Yep.
And that's just a 2 damage because I get no bonus. Ooh, doggy.
Alright, perfect. You did the one right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
Alright, he will take that damage as you find kind of a small part on his arm and give him a nice
Yeah, I
cut.
give him a little cut.
Rorik, you are no longer slowed.
Hooray! Hey, I have 2 turtles in front of me. Friend,
Turtles in
help
time.
me. Actually, I'm gonna attack the one that's right in front of me.
All right. Let loose. The 10 will not hit. And the other 10 will not hit. Let me know, by the way, if it's ever not the first attack he's helping. I'll always assume it's the first attack.
No, it's always the first attack, and then I'm gonna back off.
All right. Tia, it's your turn, but everything's still slow.
Okay, and our movement is halved.
Yes.
That's super annoying. I'm going to attempt to wind up and throw googly bats in the air
Googly bats.
at Rallick, Vol, and Rorik. We'll do Rallick, Vol, and Clipper, because they all seem like they're pretty slow still.
All right.
No, I'm
Rallick,
fine
Vol,
now, but
Clipper.
Whatever, I chose you.
Well,
And
It
then
just
I roll a
means you
d20.
seem slow. Yeah. Roll 1d20 for me. Okay. So that spell goes off right now.
yay!
It effectively fires off. You can then make your wisdom saving throw against slow.
God damn it.
Still feeling slow. All right. Allegor, have you returned?
I have.
All right. I will close your character sheet then. Go ahead and make your moves and attacks and turns and stuff.
I will attack the turtle that looks like it's in pain.
Okay. Are you using your bonus action to kind of like light up your weapons here, or are you not?
It stays on.
Okay.
It never leaves my hands.
Then your max HP should go down, right? By
Yep,
4.
which is why it's 47. Yep, 51 is max, minus 4, 47.
Okay.
If I believe the recap is in the chat we had.
Okay. The 14 will not hit. The 20 will hit. All right. Yeah, you do manage to kill this one.
Nice.
Yeah, you just get a good old chunk of him and kind of pull it free with your face.
I'm gonna move forward a little bit.
All right.
Just right there.
Okay. All right. It's the big fella's turn again. He is going to look at Eligor and cast Hex. So that doesn't actually do damage to you, but you have now been hexed. So I'm going to put a little marker on you. So when he hits you, you're going to take an additional 1d6 necrotic damage. You're also going to have disadvantage on ability checks that he's going to choose. He's going to choose. So if you need to make a strength check for any reason, you will have disadvantage on that. I believe you have advantage on those as when you're transformed, so that'll just be a 1. Then, with a bonus action, he's going to tell you to go away. He can control the movement of one creature cursed by his hex that he can see. He's basically going to tell you to move, so I need you to make a charisma save.
I have a question while he's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the same guy that casts slow, or a different?
It is the same guy who casts slow.
Are they both concentration?
They would be, yeah. So the slow will end at the end of his turn.
Yes. Okay.
Eligor, having failed the charisma save, you need to use your reaction to move your 30 feet in this direction. So you would be here.
Uh-oh.
And that is his turn.
That's why I got to have range.
Yeah. This turtle boy is going to sprint. These two will make attacks against Clipper.
Okay, go for it. Oh gosh! Oh, you hit me twice.
Yeah, for 3 piercing and 7 piercing, so barely getting through your 10 HP, I think. So you're
Okay.
probably fine.
Yeah. I got this.
Yeah, anybody that was slowed, you are no longer slowed, as he has changed concentration. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, I forgot.
Ah, that's why it's good to have people watching too.
Hell yeah. The illusionist gets to... Perry, it is your turn.
Okay, so does my spell from last turn going off take up my action from this turn,
Nope.
or is that
With
all?
him dropping slow, we're just going to say it fires off right away. So you are now mage armored.
Okay. And it doesn't look like any of the turtles are responding to Vol's slow speech yet.
No, none of them appear to be heeding his warning. Also, as the slow spell fades, you notice Vol barely talking faster than he normally would.
Okay. I'm going to. Sorry, I should have been measuring this all out before my turn. I wasn't. I honestly didn't think I would have a turn because of the mage armor.
Yeah, that certainly changed things.
You know what, guys? Let's go with the classic.
Ooh, you greasing up.
What is that? A 10-foot square?
It is a 10-foot square. You can drop it anywhere in 60 feet.
Wait, no. Hold on, I lied. I don't want him to put it there. We'll help Flipper.
What did I do? Oh,
Ooh,
sorry.
Okay. So these guys both need to make dexterity saves or fall prone.
Yeah.
What's your spell save DC? Never mind, it's higher than 10.
Yeah, it's 15.
All right. These boys are prone.
Do they have that thing like turtles have where they fall in their shell and then they can't get back up?
Absolutely. We'll say that that's why they fell. They fell and they're currently prone. Their little legs are kicking up in the air. Clipper, you heard an incantation from behind you, and then some sort of a greasy substance coated the floor, and they fell down.
Oh, that's
And
gross.
if you turn around, Perry gives you a very Naruto-esque big grin and a thumbs up, and his teeth shine when he smiles.
Yeah, it ends in that sparkling burst at the end.
Oh,
Like a toothpaste commercial.
yeah, and Clipper just has a big sweat drop down the back of his head. Oh, and his feet go up in the air.
All right, Perry. Anything else you'd like to do?
I think all I can do is move, and I'm feeling pretty safe here behind this wall of allies. So I think I'm just gonna stay here.
All right. In that case, Rallic, it's your turn.
Freed from the awful slow spell, I'll draw my sword, do a wide swing to back them all off of me, and hit the one in the middle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For 10 slashing
You
damage.
slash him. Anything else you'd like to do with your bonus action? Anything? Cast any spells to shield yourself or anything of the sort?
Yeah, I think I am gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right.
There you go.
And that's it.
You are now Shield of Faith Ed.
If y'all had faith, you would be shielded too. But no. Bunch of heathens.
Y'all need to Get some Deanna in your lives.
I can cast ceremony on you to devote you to her. You get like I think a bonus to your saving throws or something.
Can we please do that for just a whole session? You just
Yes.
convert everybody one at a time. Wonderful. All right. The druid lady is going to drop a 20-foot square. She's going to cast Entangle on all of y'all down here in the turtle fight.
Keepers.
Let me get.
Well, that's awfully rude.
Yeah, it's pretty.
What kind of monster would entangle a bunch
Especially
of
since
nice
it's
folk like
fire
us?
for whatever reason.
That's
Oh,
way
wow.
scarier.
We have so many things.
That is way scarier.
Right. So it looks like fire, but it's really just a bunch of vines that come out of the walls and the floor and try to wrap all y'all up. This would affect all 5 of you. You must all make a strength saving throw for me, please. That 5R would be included in that.
15.
Hey.
Mm.
Let me double check her. See.
Do my fancy shoes help me?
They do not. So Ralik, you pass. Rourke passes. Let me find 5R's sheet, poor little buddy.
1.
Ooh, he pulls those vines right off of himself. Vol and Perry, for the duration here, you are restrained, which means your movement speed is 0, and you're all grappled up, and things have advantage to hit you, and you have disadvantage to hit things. It's not fun.
Is that both ranged and melee?
I believe restrained does affect both. I've got several DMs at the table, so I'm sure they can confirm, but I think I just heard Brian confirm.
Yeah.
You would also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Again. That is fun. And now the turtles, seeing this opportunity, are going to rush forward to try to attack those who have been restrained. Ralik, 1 left your threat of influence, if you'd like to. Threat of influence, sphere of influence.
Does
15 will not hit.
so moving through the entangled area is just difficult terrain for them, but doesn't threaten entangle, right?
Exactly. Entangle only threatens when cast. For the rest of the time, it's difficult terrain for everybody.
Okay, gotcha.
And these guys, they're going to make 1 attack at Perry for 9 to hit, which does not do it. And
No, that does not.
2 attacks at Vol. First one's a crit, so Vol, you'll take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
He is
And
not within 5 feet of me, is he? He's not
He
within the
is.
square.
I don't think so. I guess that's up to you, Vol. You're kind of like not in a square. You could be.
Yeah, I didn't know if I put myself there. You put me
It
there.
might have been me putting people in chairs. So you could
Yeah,
pick
I
your
think you were
square
in a
if you'd like.
chair.
Yeah, I'll say just for the sake of it, I put me back 1.
Okay, fair enough. I appreciate you being a good sport about it. So yeah, total was 12. No, 12. 12 points of piercing damage on.
Okay.
All right.
And I had the 10 hit points, right?
You would have, yeah. So
So 8. Okay, cool.
I'd use my reaction anyway.
oh, that's right. Bivar. Boy, I like playing support characters, and I'm glad because I think he's probably just gonna. I mean, I guess there's no reason he wouldn't just dispel that. So, as I kind of play checkers with myself here, that has now been dispelled. So you
Ooh,
are no longer
boy.
restrained.
This is the lizard guy here, right?
Yes, that would be your Morkendi friend vibe. Kind of takes his staff and drives it into one of the roots, and they all wither away at once and kind of break off into ash. Vol, you are no longer restrained. You are no longer slow.
Wow. His speech just ended.
Oh, I need deck saves for the folks up here, I think, right? For the Fairy Fire.
Oh, yeah, does that go off now?
Mhm.
Yeah, deck saves.
All right. He's going to use a legendary action to just pass that save since he failed.
Yeah, goober.
and this lady doesn't have those. So let's. Oh, she did that.
She passed anyway.
So yeah, they kind of shake off the effect.
Yeah. So, and does that count as my?
No, we'll
Action
say
on this turn?
because his spell was dropped by him. Everybody's spells kind of went off immediately. You're not subject to the problems that would normally come with slow.
Okay. And then for my turn, then I think what I'm gonna do is start heading up towards those two. So I would take the reaction attack from this. All right, there's two of them over there, aren't there?
There are two.
Yeah. Maybe not
one
such a
on
good
either
idea.
side.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, I'm just gonna stay where I am then. And for my turn, you're just gonna see like the acid come off of him again and start fizzling up towards the orbs around him. And I'm just gonna use my wild shape to cast symbiotic entity.
So you're gonna get a bunch of temporary hit points.
Yeah, 16.
All right.
Now I'm safe. Yeah, that's it for me. Actually, you know what? With those, I am gonna move. So I'm gonna move 10, 15, 30. I'm gonna start moving towards them. So I take those two reactions from the two that were around me,
All right.
and then I swerve around the other one.
They will definitely use them on you. They're just gonna make 2 attacks. 23 to hit on the second one for 7 piercing damage against your temp HP.
Yep, that one will do it.
And that's all they managed to do. So
Oh, okay. I thought that was. Oh, the first attack was an 8. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I was waiting for the second attack. Okay, that's it for me then.
okay, fair enough. Clipper.
Oh, it's already me.
Guns on the
Okay.
deck, swords in hand, 2 boys on their back.
I'm ready. I'm going to... okay, they're still right in front of me. No one I've hurt has died, so I'm gonna do this. I'm going to step up here, and I'm going to attack with my short sword, just in my offhand, though.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I doubt that I kill it, but just in case.
This is the one on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, guess it would have to be.
So no, not down yet. Okay. I'm going to then, I'm going to draw my second short sword, like just kind of ejecting my finger gun and just attacking it, just so I'm accurate.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're attacking the one on the ground?
Yeah, the one on the
Yeah,
ground.
for sure. That'll definitely hit.
Okay.
All right, 10 piercing damage.
Both of those hit, and then I'm not really that hurt, but I don't have any more cool things to do. So I'm good. Clipper is good. I need more grit points, dog.
All good. Rorik, it's your turn.
Now I have to wonder which one I like more, Perry or Tia. I want to go help Tia. I'm sorry, Pep. Sorry, Perry.
Should have known Stormbreaker.
Advantage in the first one.
All right. 24 will definitely hit. Oh, nice damage. That'll hit as well. Damn, great rolls.
Gotta
Nice
happen
job.
eventually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
Right? It all comes back around.
I wanna go back and come back to Perry.
Okay, very
What's
cool.
up, buddy?
I just
Oh,
had something to
hey.
take care of real quick. Tia, Rourke just ran up and stabbed this dude and then ran away.
Okay, after like a second of being confused and shocked and grateful, she'll just like shake herself and then tell Peterbilt, go hit that turtle. And maybe that will actually happen. We will see. Nope. And then she'll just like sigh and turn to Rosie, like, Rosie, show 'em how it's done. and try to hit the one that's next to me.
Right, and that is a wisdom save for a turtle. I don't think he did it.
Yay!
He takes 6 damage. Starting to look real bad.
We're getting there.
That's my turn.
Eligor, it's your
All right. Things down there seem fine enough. I'm going to try to get closer to these people.
All right.
Step over this man's body again, starting to get mushy. I'm going to throw a javelin at the Turtle Druid with the name.
Yes. Toss away. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hello.
And shit rolls all around.
Well, ask Rorik for your dice back, man. He took your dice while you went to go AFK for a minute.
That'll be it.
Little did you know, he took my dice.
Alright. So, big fella's up again. He, appears to be kind of running some numbers in his head while I do the same thing. First things first, Eligor, go ahead and make your charisma saving throw. Alright. He's gonna tell you to jump down in the pit. So you gotta go jump in the pit.
Where?
So you would just be moving in this direction. So if you move to the center here, yep, that's fine. Either square, whichever works. But you're now down about 5 feet and out of view. With his action, he will just cast another Scorching Ray. And these in order are going at Vol, Ralik, and Bivar. Roll
Yep.
17 to hit.
That hits me.
Alright, you're going to take 4 points of fire damage. Ralik, the 10 misses you. The 18 hits Bivar. Ooh, for 10 fire damage. Bivar's little cloak catches on fire and he frantically tries to put it out. The turtles on their backs will use half of their speed to get up and out with the grease, because that was annoying. And then they're going to make 2 attacks against Clipper with their spears. 16 and a 10 to hit, I think.
No!
You, right?
No, I'm the fastest one.
Alright. So they are unable to hit you. And we will move to Perry's turn.
Okay. Perry reaches a small hand under his jacket. His hand reappears, clutching something. Perry opens his palm, revealing a handful of multicolored sand. He inhales, filling his small halfling lungs with air before releasing his breath over the pile of sand. A whirlwind of colors and vague images surround the turtles in front of him.
Ooh. Alright. Who you fucking up? Oh, nice.
So it would affect these two. It's a 15-foot cone in front of me, so...
Okay. Yeah, we'll say that you can kind of angle yourself more towards the wall to kind of leave Ralik out of the blast radius here.
Well, I don't think it would hit him anyways. It'd be this square, like up through here and here.
Oh, actually.
So like from me.
I forgot we have a cone for this.
There we go.
Yep, you're right. It would miss him. All right. I'll move that to back to make our lives easier. All right. Now this spell confuses the shit out of me, so let's figure this out.
It's
You
like
need to
sleep.
roll.
Yes.
All right, 60-10.
So it affects 24 hit points worth of creatures, starting with I think the one with the least amount of hit points. So if they have the same, then it would be the one closest to me.
Got it. Okay. So they do not have the same, but the one that is farther away has more than 24 hit points. I think the roll just kind of fucked you over here. So,
So-
I believe he's unaffected.
Yeah, so the one that is closer to me has 24 or less.
So, okay. Neither of them have less than 24 hit points.
Oh, okay.
And I think that would need to be the trigger, right? One of them would need to have less
Yep.
than 24 to be affected. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of you blow up the dust, and they have to kind of like bat it out of their eyes real quick, but they largely seem unaffected. Did you have anything else you wanted to do?
I can't move away without provoking an opportunity attack, right?
Correct. Right. If you moved out of their range, they would take an opportunity attack at you.
Yeah, I'll stay here.
All right.
That spell has literally never done anything for me.
Like, I've seen it be like super useful in certain circumstances, but unfortunately, these are pretty tanky boys, and that roll was just below average, so it kind of screwed you over. If you had
Yeah, I
rolled-
thought it would maybe affect one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically, give you a little peek behind the curtain. If you had hit 32, one of them would have been blinded. So pretty much an average roll would have gotten you one of them.
Well, it is what it is.
Right. There's dust flying around and shit.
Well, I will move to engage. Is this one on the bottom, the one that had hit previously?
Yes, he is currently injured.
Then I'll go after him.
Yeah, that will hit.
For seven slashing.
7 swords of slashing. Carve off a nice chunk of turtle.
That's
All right. It is the druid's turn. Find her spell sheet. God only knows where that is. Nope, she would need to be able to see you to do that, and I specifically said you would not. So, she'll just cast Ray of Sickness at Clipper.
Boo!
And she sucks.
he get
so
sick?
she can't hit you.
That's because I'm fast.
You're the fastest.
Fastest,
boy.
fastest puppet boy.
Yes. All right. The turtles on the bottom are going to make 3 attacks. They're going to attack 1 at Perry, and we'll say 2 at Rallick. You know what? That's boring. Let's move him over to here. And 1 will attack Bivar, 1 will attack Perry, 1 will attack Rallick. So Perry coming at you first, 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
You take 3 piercing damage.
No, my temporary hit points.
Oh no. They are slightly inconvenienced. Bivar, a 16 hits Bivar. So he's going to take some damage as well. Ooh, nice. And so is the guy who did this. This is a con save, I believe, right?
Oh, that's my, with the one that's within 10 feet of me. So right down below. Yeah, it's a con save.
Got it. Alright, he saves.
Oh, I shouldn't even try.
Well, it's worth using. Did we resolve damage on Bivar? We did not. 4 piercing damage. And then Rallick, 1 more towards you.
nah.
Surprisingly, he jams his spear into you, and like the tip breaks on your breastplate. It's just like ding.
Chuckle.
He looks concerned.
He should be.
Yeah. I'll have to just use that spear like a quarterstaff then.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's going to do. Bivar is going to heal himself because he would. So he'll take some HP back. And that'll get his turnover with very quickly. Vol, it is now your turn.
Alright, so... doesn't make sense. I can get to here, right? Looks weird.
You have 30 feet of movement.
Yeah,
so
there we
as
go.
long as you
So,
can get there,
30.
yeah.
So, yeah, he's going to move over here, and as he moves, he's going to kind of keep up with his little speech. And as he's, like, lumbering across the floor, he's here, what do you think
is going to happen if you finish us here. The lizard folk and the rest of the turtles will come for all of you. My father will destroy this place for following this reckless woman. I tell you again, turtles, recede into your shells and go prone, and no harm will come to us, or you don't follow this fool.
And then do you have that cone thing?
I do. Actually, let's make sure you can access it. So if you go under where you would find your character sheet, under the journal, under player resources, there is a templates and tools subsection.
Oh,
You
okay.
should have 15-foot cone diagonal, 15-foot cone horizontal,
Hey.
all sorts of templates you could drag out. Yep,
So I can hit both of them?
you can.
All right. So with he gets there, and he kind of like hiccups as he gets close to the two of them, and then like they look at him and they just see like a real goofy look in his eye as his jaw just like snaps open, and then kind of like oddly lurches off to the side, and then he just burps right in their faces. So it's
Excellent.
Thunder's Belch, level 2. He's going to cast it at just a 3d8.
Alright. And I believe that is a con saving throw from everybody.
It's a con save, and they take half if they do.
Alright, what's your spell save DC?
15.
Alright, so unfortunately Kresh has advantage on abilities, or against... He has advantage on saving throws to resist spell effects, so he will pass and take 6 damage, I think?
Yep.
And the druid lady, make a con save. She fails. So she is going to, I guess she really can't go anywhere, but she's going to slam backwards into him. Let me move this to the back. And she's going to take every bit of that 12 damage. And we'll say, since she can't be pushed back, we'll knock her prone for the sake of storytelling. She basically slams backwards into the wall and into the large turtle. Anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Yeah, I was gonna. Oh, sorry. I was gonna ask how do I. Oh, you did it. I was gonna ask how to delete that thing now.
Oh yeah, you can highlight it just like anything else, and then if you just hit delete, it'll delete it.
Hey, that sounds about right. Okay, cool. That's it for my turn. Thank you.
Cool.
All right. So, sorry, stream. I accidentally opened the wrong tab in the wrong place. Anyway, I'm going to look over at the hearth, and I'm going to slice at the turtle that's directly in front of me with my sword. And let's just use my primary hand.
Ooh, okay.
And then 16.
Definitely. He looks like shit.
And then I'm going to kind of roll out of its view and grab my gun from the hearth, like bounding up on it. It can hit me with its attack of opportunity if it so chooses.
Sure. Well, let's be clear. It can swing at you. I doubt it can hit you. Ooh.
Nope, it hit me. Oh, go figure.
Points of piercing
Holy,
damage.
wow, unexpected. And then I'm going to move back away from the other one, thinking, hey, that can't happen again. Kind of put myself here. Why not? In just a weird way. I just did a weird way of doing that.
You're just like rolling all around.
Yeah, and then
Well,
I'm
the other
gonna.
guy would get an attack, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Or did you avoid him?
The other one would hit me. I'm gonna use my finger gun, since that's a light weapon. And 12 damage on the one that I've been hitting a lot. One on the left there.
Alright, yeah, the 26 will definitely hit. Can you ping which one you shot at again?
Yeah, the one on the left here.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
Okay. I get a grit point back.
Woohoo!
That's what I wanted. And I got to do some John Woo stuff, but I'm done. Oh, yeah, I'm done. Mm-hmm.
Alright. Rorik. You've rejoined Perry.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk the
Hootie
guy.
friend is nearby.
I'm gonna have the Hootie friend come over, give me advantage, and then fly there. And then I'm going to attack the guy in front.
15 will not hit. 25 will. Nice. Okay, so let's resolve damage. 8 plus 12 is 20 damage. Looks like, yeah. All right. Yeah, you do a bunch of damage to him. He goes from looking completely unaffected to, not great.
And I'm gonna just be like, okay, I think you got it. I'm gonna go back in the middle. Just do a weird dance of just spreading out damage.
Sure. Yeah, as you kind of like roll around. All right. Tia. Peterbilt's up in the thick of shit. You are back here. Ooh, Peterbilt would have advantage on the druid lady because she's prone. I forgot about that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Mistakes were made.
First. Sweet. First, Rosie is. Oh, I have to open my character sheet again. Sorry. Rosie's gonna try and gas this guy next to me with her shiny, sparkly smoke that makes weird tinkly noises.
He fails.
Sweet. He takes
damage.
1. That is a stupid roll. And
Yeah,
then
a little bit of it gets up his nose and he coughs.
I was just showing that the stream
Exactly.
your amazing spell names.
Oh, yeah.
And then Peterbilt will attempt to whack.
Whack with advantage.
Oh my god, he's so bad.
Yeah, so like he's got this like little hammer that like raises up real high.
Yeah, he just like spins.
Yeah. Yeah, there's sparks and smoke and all kinds of stuff happening over on Peterbilt's side of the
god. I'm just gonna move to this side of my friend.
Alright.
And that will be my turn.
Eligor, you can't see anybody. You're down in a pit.
Awfully bright in here.
Yes. Yeah, you think you're going to take damage as you collapse into the pit, but then you find out these things are completely harmless. It's just magical flame.
Good to. I'm gonna go right here, climb up, and.
I think
And you said it's a 5-foot drop, so I would need to use 5 feet or something to get up, right?
Yeah, I think it would essentially just count as 1 square of difficult terrain.
Alright, and then I'll use the last 10 to walk this way, and I'm going to toss another javelin at this.
Alright, you aim in at the druid lady again?
Yep.
Alright.
Whoops.
Oh, it's all good. That misses. The javelin kind of they do that thing where like 2 people have something about to come between them, so they both lean inwards and out of the way. The javelin sails past them and sticks in the wall.
Gotcha. And that's it.
All right, let's start with your charisma saving throw to see if you have to move away. You do. He's going to ask you to. Let's see how far 30 feet is. We'll say for the sake of the story that there is a chair here. He's going to tell you to head over to that chair and have yourself a seat. Now, you won't actually be sitting, so you won't have to use half your movement to resolve that. But
am I interrupting a story moment?
What's that? I don't know.
Am I interrupting a story moment?
Oh, where's he hiding all those javelins? Nice. Yeah, so you kind of head over to the table. So he takes a look around the room. He focuses on you, Vol, and returns the answer to the question that you had provided. He says, "You overestimate your father, son of Korentar Vol, just like you overestimate your friends. Make your decision. Pursue me, or watch them die."
Ooh.
He's going to tap his staff on the ground, and from over this way, right next to Rorik, everybody in here's gotta make a save. So that would be everybody. Let me make sure I know what type of save you need to make. I believe it's a Constitution save. Yeah. So everybody, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Nope.
5 are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the last one. Okay. So, Eligor passed. Everybody else, good luck, y'all. About to take some big old damage. 31 points of damage.
I think we're all down.
17 fails too.
Oh, I'm
17
fine.
fails by 1.
I'm sorry, 31 points of damage?
31 points of damage as from the point of origin next to Rorik, the ground sort of turns into this puddle of black energy that erupts with tentacles and flashing lights that strike and whip out and pull everybody into different directions and slam you all up against walls, and
Yeah,
you
I
all
don't.
take 31 points.
I don't think my bless would help if the bless is still active. So, oof.
With that, he's going to leave.
Did we decide whether or not spiritual weapon gets an attack of opportunity? Not that that's going to stop him, but
I would say that it does, if you'd like to.
okay.
All these fucking turtles are dead.
Oh yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Jesus. Peterbilt, in a moment of heroics, completely ruining the story, just bonks this dude on the fucking head.
For
Turns-
so much damage.
Like,
Is he dead?
reaches for his head
Did
and
he
is like,
kill him?
no. Unfortunately, Peterbilt did not kill. You see him kind of like reach out to try to grab Peterbilt, but because it's a spiritual weapon, he can't. And he makes a crushing motion with his fist and is unable to do anything. Yeah, you bonk him, and then he disappears down the stairs. The turtles, I think. God, Bivar is hanging on by a thread. This turtle's dead. This turtle's nearly dead. All right. I think the housekeeper. Now, Eligor, because you passed, you will take half of that, so you'll take 15 points of necrotic damage. I then need you to make your wisdom saving throw, because you are transformed. I think it's only like a DC 10 here, so it should be really easy to pass.
Yeah, I was just that it didn't get rid of the temporary hit points, so I
Oh, you're
had to
good.
do a different.
Yeah, and with a 17, you pass easily. No blood rage today.
Is the bless still up?
The bless, Tia.
It's
let's
gone.
have a- Okay.
Okay.
All
not
right.
I
gonna
rolled a
switch away.
12.
Thank
I
you
think.
for keeping track of that, y'all. I do appreciate it. I was gonna have these turtles go, but I believe they're all dead. So,
Is
Harry,
that
I need
Wait.
you to.
There's one right here.
Yeah, so he's in the second group. He's in the five. He's in the five.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
the team?
All right. So, Perry, we are going to resolve a death saving throw, and these are private. So I just want you to do like a. Do you know how to whisper me? I think it's what, guys? It's like
/W
DM.
space. It might be DM, or you can type start typing Dungeon Daddy. As awkward as that is.
You can also do
Okay, so a
slash
bunch of you are
GM
talking
roll.
about
Is it
Slash
/GM
W?
roll? All one word?
All one word. Yeah, that'll do just a roll to the GM.
Alright, so do /GM roll. And then
GM
space.
roll, all one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after put a space and do 1d20. And I will take a look at what you get, and we're not going to let anybody else know. Alright. Perry has rolled. Rallic, it is your turn. If you are proficient in medicine, You can make a free action to check on anybody that's down to see how they're doing on a death saving throw, kind of. But if you are not proficient in medicine, you cannot make that check.
I am. I will try. Let's see. There's 2 people down. 5 are still there. Yeah. How is Perry doing?
I believe I said the DC was 10, so you can tell. If I got the DC wrong, I'll figure it out later. But because you got over a 10, you would know the equivalent of Perry failing a death saving throw. So Perry appears to be slipping. Perry does not look that good.
Is that Raleigh?
Yes.
That's Raleigh. I think I'm still gonna have to try to take out this guy in front of me. And I will smite him.
All right. Well, let's say save your smite, because the 11 damage you would know is enough to kill him. Like, before you would have to pass your holy energy, you see the life kind of leave his... He collapses in
the Wilhelm scream.
Shit.
Oh, I didn't see Clipper was down too. Yeah, still I had to take out the last one. Okay. I don't think I have any bonus action way to heal anyone. So that's it.
Right. The druid lady will smile and laugh, and she's going to use her movement and action to leave.
She's gotta make a save before she runs out. She's within 10 feet of me.
All right, she will make a save. Hey, you never know. Could down them. Needs to be a con save. She makes it. She disappears down the stairs, and for the sake of resolving death saving throws, we will stay in initiative. Bivar, seeing Rallick next to Perry.
Oh, this is how my last character died.
Will run over. Oh, I guess he would see Clipper first, so he's going to run over to Clipper. And Clipper
he's like, I'm going to try to fix this thing.
Right. Healing. So you are no longer down, Clipper.
Okay.
You will receive 9 points of healing. You wake up feeling like shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Vol, you've been awakened. You feel like shit.
Yeah. Who's still down? Because I can go
Right
60
now,
feet and then bonus action healing touch somebody back up.
it looks like Rorik and Perry are the 2 that are still down.
Those might be the only 2 I can't get to. Let's see here. So 30. Nope, I can get the parry. Yeah, so I'll use my action to dash, and then I'll reach down and some of the same vines that were used in the entangle reach back up and wrap around Perry for a second, and then when they let go, back.
Nice. Healing word. So that's, by the way, that is a range, so you could cast that from up to 60 feet away if you wanted to.
Oh.
You could literally just snap your fingers and cast it. But this is cooler.
Alright, well, he wanted to be dramatic, so he ran over and did it up close.
Perry, you wake up staring at Rallick and Vol kind of like looming over you. You also feel like
Clipper
shit.
walks over to Rorik and cringes and is like, okay, there is a hole in your torso. Oh, that didn't work. Oh god, I just put my hand in it!
There's a hole in your torso. Oh, to check it. You just kind of like stick your finger in the hole.
Good news, the hole does not go all the way through.
Alright, so we know what's gonna happen, but for the sake of brevity, not brevity, but in this case, Rorik, roll a death saving throw to me. Do it twice. We're gonna say that because Clipper stuck his finger in your wound.
Oh no, don't kill him! What if he gets a 1?
Well, then he'll fail 2 death saving throws, and then it's Tia's turn.
But what if she gets distracted?
Well, then we'll have to go through the whole turn order, and somehow Bivar will have to ignore the fact that he's down.
Uh-oh. Are you there, Ryan?
I am. I'm just trying to get the roll to...
Yeah, I think if you just do /GM roll space 1d20, you shouldn't have to type.
Is the familiar okay?
I believe the familiar stays, right? It's not concentration based.
I meant from the area effect damage
Oh
spell.
no, the familiar's gone. I forgot about that. Ooh, okay. So Tia, with a free action, why don't you go ahead and make a medicine check?
Oh no. Sorry, my sheet was doing a weird thing. I don't know why that has 2 added to it.
Oh, that's fine. It's over 10 either way. Yeah, whatever Clipper just did had a really bad effect on Rorik. He is nearly gone.
Oh, shit. I run over to it and I take out a bot. I wind it up and it like sprouts little legs. And I place it very, very, very delicate over the wound. And it gently massages and kind of tickles it, I guess.
What are you people doing? Who taught you people medicine?
I might have ejected some ammunition in the wound.
Yeah, Ralik, your stress levels go through the roof as you see robots poking this guy in different directions. It's pretty horrifying. Rorik, you are obviously back up. You've got your 9 points of healing. We will stop this crazy music before it gives me a heart attack. You are all out of initiative. You find yourselves in this room, most of you feeling like shit. Elicor looks fine.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. There are slain turtles all around you. The 2 perpetrators are gone. What would you like to do?
Full? I don't understand. What just happened?
I know as much as you. They attacked us.
I don't know anything. Who were those people? Who are these dead people? Is dinner over?
Is dinner over?
Why is there a
We
bullet
were
in
so
my
hungry.
chest?
I'm not sure how I would know more. I was in the same room. They attacked. They attacked us. I don't know what's wrong with them. I've never seen that big turtle before in my life.
It felt
I
like
should probably go
Oh.
make sure everything's okay downstairs. It was downstairs that everyone else is, right?
It was. Does anybody else have anything they want to? I don't want to jump until people have a chance to kind of decompress here.
Should we check on the people that accosted us, or?
If it seems like we're gonna be here for a while and we're not chasing after anybody, Teal will start gathering up bits of robots and like setting up her workbench and trying to construct them into a more powerful thing to help people.
So I should have a handout that has this by now, but I have not done it yet. Who has a passive perception that is 16 or higher?
I think I'm close. Let me see. 17, yeah.
Okay. Anybody else that has a 16 or higher, I needed to make sure there was at least... You do hear shouting coming from downstairs. You would know it was a decent little walk. It's not like it took a minute, but the stairs that lead down, there's quite a few of them, and now you hear shouting coming from downstairs.
So we should stop and regroup a minute before we go after them. We are pretty banged up, and I can hear shouting down the stairs.
I mean, a minute or like 10 minutes? 10 minutes seems like it's maybe too long.
Or maybe until we're sure we're not going to fall over, we can actually continue.
Sounds pretty urgent down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
I'll at least go to the stairs and check out and see if I can see anything.
Sure. Vol, you're going to take 13 points of healing from Bivar, and then Perry, you've got some coming since you two were at the level. You take 11 points of healing. You were both higher than Rorik. Rorik, you'll get a level 1, which would give you 7 more points. Ivar's just running around like triaging like a motherfucker, closing wounds and trying to keep you all on your feet.
Yeah, I think I'd be good to go now that I'm not on the cusp of death.
I'll use his last one on himself. Or wait, you know what?
Okay.
No, I didn't see Clipper's health total.
No.
Clipper
I'm good.
did
I did a yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
as you pass him and start to kind of self-repair, he's like, oh, and then just heal.
Oh, he heals me more.
Okay. Tia's gonna turn to Rourke, I guess, and be like, "Sorry, doing this again," and she'll wind up another ticklebot. Put it on the top of his head this time.
Wait,
and we'll do a high level
He
cast.
before that happens, he just pulls out a gun shell from his chest. Like,
Oh yeah, like a spent casing.
It's okay. You're
No,
fine.
not the tickle bots.
You're rolled so terribly.
Picklebot. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody looks kind of okay. So I'm gonna run this way.
All right. I just want to put some kind of music on. Anybody else that wants to resolve anything, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk about what you hear when you get to the top of the...
So before you go, I think Bull might say something like,
Whatever's happening down there, try to spare any turtle that doesn't seem involved. This woman is clearly toxic, but not all here may share her views.
All right.
I'll try.
Cool. With that, we will take y'all downstairs. Give me a second to get everything copied here. I'm gonna group you all up. That would be so much easier, Jim. Jesus. I'm trying to draw this like obscure shape between all of you. All right.
As Perry gets up to Relic and Full, he thanks them for healing him.
Holy
Yeah, I was
shit.
just about to. Then he got to you.
Oh wow.
So as you all come down the stairs, oh, there's Peterbilt. Get out of here, bro. Everybody should be here. Let me know if you don't see your...
House of 1,000 corpses.
Yeah, very much so. Sorry, give me just a second here, guys. All right. As you all kind of round the corner and come down the stairs, you are treated to what is essentially a fucking horror show. You come through and there are dead everywhere. Turtles, people. It's a complete and total mess. You do see some familiar looking faces and actually a few that look unfamiliar. I don't know why it did this, but all right. I literally didn't tell Pancake to play that song, but I'm okay with this. Just do whatever you're gonna do. You see a few familiar faces from the delegation, as I had mentioned. You do not see your quarry anywhere. There are bodies everywhere, blood, just viscera spilt all over the place. Right as you kind of crest down the bottom of the stairs, there are several flashes of light coming from the far end of the hall. three Warforged standing around a extremely armored, intimidating-looking individual light up what was left of the turtles. Energy bolts kind of just ripping through them, and they fall dead at their feet.
Oh, it's the good guys.
Mm-hmm. So, just in general, let's get like a perception check from everybody. I'd like everybody to roll one.
Man, my rolls.
Boo! That was an accident.
Yep. Hey, all of you are a little bit traumatized. All right. Well, truthfully, the two people who rolled high enough are the ones who needed to roll high enough. The two of you, Rallick and Vol, spot one turtle still remaining. He's standing with his hands up. There's a staff laid at his feet. There's a little guy.
Oh, he's cute.
You guys would recognize him as the old man from the hall the other day who was able to identify Vol's mark. His staff is at his feet. He's looking around confused. Your old buddy, Captain Lambert, is there with a dagger pointed towards him. This woman standing next to him has a rapier pointed out in his direction. They're not attacking him. They pretty clearly can tell that he's not acting like a threat, but they are, ready to pounce should something like that happen.
We've met her before, too, haven't we?
Actually, yes. You would recognize her from when you guys had returned from Brenneman. She was in the inn, as is the person back here that Holberg is sheltering and kind of keeping behind him. He picks up his heavy maul off the ground, having just recently smashed someone with it, and he's got one arm back trying to protect this person. I actually have their names here for you, but we'll go over that in a bit. We'll let you guys kind of deal with this whole situation first. It is up to you what you would like to do. Everybody is standing around. Holberg stands up and sees you across the table and yells, "Rallick! Are you all right?"
I'm fine. Do you know what's going on?
We were eating, and then one of them attacked. There was some kind of biggest thing I've ever seen, walked through this room. Right as he left, they all sprung into action. Almost everyone is, well, he kind of looks around the room.
Yeah, I'm actually going to take that as a chance to look around, see if there's anyone that's savable.
Sure, we'll say that you can run off and do that.
Can I go up to the old guy then? The old turtle?
Sure, yeah. We can say that you can approach in his direction. As you get close, the woman who's got the rapier held up kind of turns it towards you. She's got blood pouring down her face. She turns it back towards the other one. She does not appear to be letting her guard down.
Lower your weapon. There's the fighting attack.
Do we know his name? I was trying to think of it.
You had not asked previously, but he's here.
I guess
I'd like
not
to ask him.
What happened here, cousin?
The woman first turns to you and says, "Here, Perry, I'll get into that here in a little bit. This was but the woman with the rapier out, who is pointing it at the turtle, and then at you, said, like hell, I'm lowering my damn weapon. Look at all the dead."
And look at the one you're holding your weapon. I can guarantee he didn't do any of this, did he?
Doesn't mean he doesn't know what's going on. Or might disappear like the big one did. Him and the other one, they came down the stairs and then they just vanished.
He's old enough to be 5 times your age. He's not going to sprint off and run out of here like that big one. Lower your weapon and let us talk to him.
No offense, but you don't give me orders. And this one just killed a lot of my friends.
The one
You
right
can make a
in front of you?
persuasion check if you'd like.
Did she say like this one, like as in this old guy killed a lot of her friends?
Well, essentially, like she's lumping you all together.
Hmm.
Let me roll a d20 just to see if she gets
Yeah, I think with that he'd say,
I may not give you orders, but I bet this one didn't kill a lot of your friends. You're not going to get answers at the tip of your sword. Lower it.
She does not say anything to you. She walks off. She holsters her rape. As she passes Lambert, she says, "Don't let him try anything." Lambert just kind of nods. He looks towards you, but he's more focused on the old. The woman walks over here, and the Warforged, don't really acknowledge her presence, but she says, "Thank you, Inquisitor. If you didn't show up when you did, I don't know what else might have happened." We'll then resolve the conversation you're having with the old man. He basically just, "I don't know. I came to the dinner and, the queen away. It's a matter of formality. If I wouldn't have shown up, it would have been a sign of disrespect."
Oh, excuse me, the disrespect. First things first. What was your name, my friend?
Name? Sage Alcutas Torin.
Sage Alcatus Torin. Do you know anything of that huge portal that came through here? I've never seen another one of our kind that big. We must have spent too much time in the goo.
I've never seen one that looks like him before. No, I didn't know him.
Do you spend a lot of time here?
I spend all my time here.
And
I'm the Queen's lead advisor. The Sage is her second in, well, except for family. And you see him kind of regard thoughtfully at the sister. Or the thought of her.
The Marquette, Marquette?
Yes. Marquessette. Yes. She takes over when her sister leaves. If anything were to happen while the Queen's away, the defense of the town falls to her.
I take it she doesn't so openly regard your advice.
No, she doesn't even really talk to me. You saw the other day, I tried to present you all to her, and she just waved me off.
She's given us nothing but...
Is she all right?
Sure.
What happened? What did that man do?
That big turtle came up and attacked us when we were trying to sit for dinner. Seemed to have all of the other turtles here behind it and her. They fled, at least her and that big turtle. The big one slaughtered the rest of them that were up in the room with us, and they fled. Probably back down through here.
We saw him come down. Maybe I missed her. I don't know. Your friend's been pointing a knife at me for a while, so I've been a little distracted. But he disappeared in some kind of a flash. I'm not familiar with the magic that he used. I believe they're gone. He kind of takes a moment and looks around the room. But I knew these men and women. They were good people. I don't know why they would do this.
It had to have something to do with that. The large one, maybe? I don't know. I mean, this is bad for our people. This is the people from Boletaria's first time coming through our country, and this happened. This is a problem.
These problems are bigger than me. He just kind of collapses back into his chair. He's sort of just staring off into blank space at this point. You doubt you'll get more out of him right now. Relic, as you move about the room, you do not really spy anybody that is clinging to life at this point. They are in various degrees of death and devastation. It's a grim scene. You check as many as you can, and nobody appears to be clinging to life in any meaningful way.
Yeah, Tia probably would have been helping with that.
Yeah.
But if everyone is basically dead, then I guess that's. I don't know.
Clipper. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh well, then I'll go up to Holberg and say, what about the peace talks?
Well, you see him kind of like he'll meet you over towards like here, and he'll lift this guy's head up off the table
Oh.
and be like, "That was our diplomat. This," and he'll move over here and kind of like gingerly lift up his head. "That was our translator. I think, for lack of a better term, boy, we are fucked."
Shit.
I think Clipper moves over to Vol and says, "Vol, I believe that this is some sort of diplomatic trickery. I think that there's some sort of someone's trying to set up your people, so Discord or something like that. Is that possible?"
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit for me.
Oh, I was just no, I was
I
just
think
saying,
he was just getting a little quiet towards the end.
yeah, I believe that this is some sort of trick, some sort of. Do you think that perhaps these individuals were paid to do this? And for enemies of the Empire, by enemies of the Empire?
I don't know much about politics or empires or tricks or I mean I know that creatures sometimes kill or attack or have ill will towards others, and this can be the outcome, but I'm not sure about a deception.
I've heard a lot about insurgency. It's something that is pretty common in warfare. They will try to make political extremists strike out against a certain people or culture in order to make it seem like all of a certain people are that extreme. And I think that we're seeing that.
I mean, I don't really know what you mean by insurgents or political extremes, but some people don't agree with my father sometimes and will attack our family, or sometimes there's fighting between my brothers and I, but is that what you mean?
Right. If you take someone like that and you put them in a position of power, like you give them money or weapons or magic items, something like that, it can lead to things like this.
I follow you now. Yeah, this seems like maybe somebody with money or people who's behind it. This type of thing doesn't usually happen here.
I would assume so. We've been here for a long time, and it was pretty boring. This is very unexpected.
Yeah, it's still better than being in that room. I mean, sorry, I bet all these people.
I think that was probably a bad way to put that, but
Yeah, I've had a few fist fights, or a couple times me and my brothers will squabble, or sometimes it gets a little violent, and
Kind of like points to his eye patch, and he says, "But
but nothing like this. Even squabbles within the families, or they're kept between the families. We don't involve
Well,
others.
we have to find out who these insurgents are and who is motivated to try to get them to do something like this, and we have to expose it.
Do we have any idea? I don't know if anybody knows where they went or who that one was. That didn't seem like a natural portal to me.
We don't expose this, we're not going to. There's going to be a disagreement within the Empire as to whether these talks should proceed at all. As you've seen by what they're saying, I don't know who they are, but I'm just saying that that's questions we need to start asking.
I think I follow you. I mean, I'm not sure if this would cause a problem in Murato. I mean, my father may have some kind of retribution against this place, if not exposed, but I could see this affecting your nation more. What about the trees? I mean, I feel like we need to go there still.
Well, if there's someone pulling strings here, I don't know what else could be happening behind the scenes. Anyway, your friend approaches.
Oh yeah, he's just kind of like wanders up during the conversation. It's nothing to interrupt you. Lambert, however, having switched over to his crossbow, has kind of lowered it down and turns to Vol and Clipper at that mention and says, he's got a point, lad. If they made a hit here, they might have one set for your father as well.
My father, more protection, more warriors around him than these people have. I wouldn't worry too much about my father.
And you saw that wave of energy, though. I don't know who could stand up to that.
My father lives in a castle with, a lot of his wives are there, as his wife here is currently there, and they're all great druids, all one with nature in their own way. He's probably safer there than anywhere else, at least swamp. I'd be more worried about us here than him there at the moment.
Alright, well, I'll let the others chip in, but I think that maybe we should perhaps try to track them, since there are no witnesses alive. Sorry, he's not laughing, it's just...
Sure. No, it's okay. I get it. I think Ralik's comment was probably more Brian than Ralik, but yeah. During the conversation, one of the Warforged approaches and kind of puts his hand on the shell of the old man and says, Inquisitor Corellis has requested an audience. You will comply. The old man looks up, terrified, but nods and stands up, and is being led away.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I want to continue my conversation with Holbrook and say, well, can't we just get another diplomat? I mean, there's lots of people who are good at language here.
Well, the parameters are clear. If anything happens to them, we're to proceed, but I'm certainly no negotiator. He kind of looks down at his bloody hammer. It's about all the negotiation I'm capable of. He looks around the room. I can certainly say the same for Lambert. Bishop of Foreign and the Rear Admiral. Don't think either of them would be in a position to negotiate either. You see him kind of think for a moment, his hands now placed on the table, and he's just looking down. Kind of claps both hands down real hard on the table and picks his head up and looks at all of you and says, that means you're up. We continue forward as planned. We'll move on to the castle. And when we get there, we'll use what we have, and we'll sue for peace, like we came here to do.
Yeah, it'll work fine. And the castle's where your father is, right, Vol?
Right, that's where my mother and his other wives all are.
So we'll be safe there.
Insurgents.
Are those Warforged and that Inquisitor, I guess, gonna come with and like help secure the area. It seemed like they were really helpful here.
I think they're on our side.
Can I? Oh.
Are they
Never
coming with?
trust the Inquisition.
I feel like they should probably come with. Is that gonna happen?
Sounded like they just uttered.
Can I attempt to render the big turtle? Like a picture of it? I can use my camera. Instead, it's the same roll. I just did wisdom.
Sure.
Yeah.
You can absolutely.
Like, I didn't take a picture at the time, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll try to render it. I mean, it's going to be more like a police sketch, I think. I don't have like art, I don't have like painter's supplies as a proficiency, but I don't know if like my forger's kit, which is my camera, I guess I should have made it painter's supplies. I never thought about that. Anyway, but it does that. I don't know if that works, but I always thought of myself as more of a
I would say
copier.
you have a pretty faithful reconstruction of what it looked, at least from your perspective.
Yeah.
I would say that it's sort of based on your perception check as well, which you kind of critically fumbled. So there are, because you had to see it to kind of make the. But we'll say because you rolled high on the forgery kit as well, that they kind of balance out a little bit. You've got a pretty good drawing of what it looked like, yeah.
Okay, I'll hand it over to Vol, and it says like in red letters, it says like insurgent at the bottom, and I hand it over to Vol, and I say, keep this.
What is this?
This is, you were asking questions about him, so I made a drawing.
That's quite good. How did you do that? Did you think it onto the paper?
I have pens inside me is one way to think about it.
Not sure what a pen is, but this is nice. I'll keep it in my shell.
All right. Well.
So yes, as the conversation kind of begins to slow around the room, you see.
I'd like to ask Holbrook. I'd like to go over to him and ask in a little voice. Who's this Inquisitor? Are they on our side?
Yeah, it's a complicated matter. They represent the central government, specifically the church, at its highest order. They operate outside of the military, so I didn't even know she was here. She must have been tailing us the whole way. It doesn't surprise me that they would have sent some form of insurance. They're very picky about records and things like that. They would have wanted their own account. To be honest, this is only the second time I've ever seen one in person.
Well, if it's the church, then they're here to help, right?
Of course. Yes. Son, they're on our side. He puts a hand on your shoulder and smiles.
I'll give Tia like a kind of a thumbs up.
Cool, thank you. But wait, does that mean that we can't talk to them if they're like independent of us? They seem like really important. They're very fancy looking, and they clearly are very capable. I mean, there's like gestures around the room.
I'm imagining that like heavily armored Rallic and heavily armored, surrogate dad are having this like really nice moment, and then Tia just kind of like leans out from behind Rallic and his armor and asks he turns to you and smiles, and he says, the smile kind of fades. Just be careful what you say around them. They have absolute authority. Any decision they make in the field or elsewhere is to be carried out without question. It's best to let them do their work. I make a habit of not speaking to them directly. The bishop might have more information for you. He points towards the terrified-looking elven man covered in blood spatter that Lambert is now kind of keeping an eye on. He doesn't appear to be injured in any way. This looks like everybody else's blood has found a way to kind of splatter in his general direction.
Okay. Tia will gesture over to Perry and try to get him to come over here and just like point at him like he's really dirty. and he looks afraid. Maybe being clean will help him?
Oh,
Yeah.
dear.
On that note,
Let me
you
help you.
notice. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Harry comes over, like putting his hands out, like on the priest, like kind of brushing him off, like, oh, you're just a mess. Here, let me clean you off, and he'll cast prestidigitation on him. And then he realizes how dirty he looks.
Okay.
And for those who haven't seen him yet, Harry does not look like himself. His clothes are like generally the same shape you're used to seeing them, but they're completely different color, like a dingy brown instead of the vibrant like purples he usually wears. There's holes in them. His face is not clean shaven the way it normally is. His teeth are like dirty and rotting, and he kind of realizes this and gets real flush, and then very quickly kind of snaps his fingers and looks the way that you're used to seeing him again.
Cool. Everything is how it should be, I guess.
Oh yeah, you look like you're feeling better.
Yeah, the bishop kind of accepts you walking over to him with absolute fear. Like as soon as you get within 5 feet, he's like, oh, like, and kind of like puts his hands up in the air. When you start to cast the spell, he closes his eyes and lifts his hands in your general direction. He doesn't reopen them for a good solid like minute or so. He doesn't seem to notice that he's clean, but give me I don't know, give me like some like an investigation or insight or something along those lines.
Can Tia do that as well?
Sure, we'll say Tia, Rowdick, and Perry can all make this if they'd like.
Do you say perception or investigation?
I would say investigation or insight or technically medicine. If you wanted to roll that instead, you could roll it.
I already rolled, so.
Yeah, your boy's in shock. He is just completely incapable of dealing with the world right now, so anything that you ask him or do to him is likely just going to be met with a quick rebuff or fear or something like that. So he doesn't look great right now, just from a mental perspective.
Perry was kind of handling him similarly to how you've seen him handle children that are in shock. Just very, like dusting him off, cleaning him up, being very gentle with him. Like not really trying to talk to him, just like
sure.
Let mama clean that smudge off your cheeks.
You throw like the space blanket over him. Got it.
Yeah, Tia will try to help and just like hold out Rosie, and Rosie will probably like jiggle a little and like flash gently her little red light in her chest and like make little kind of cooey gargly whistle sounds and try to be as cute as she can.
Yeah, he just closes his eyes again and he kind of holds his hands to his chest. He's shaking. Lambert kind of puts a hand up and is like, might want to let this one be for a bit. The light show might be a bit much.
It's so light though. Look how cute she is. Don't you just want to hug her?
I don't want to hug anyone right now, especially not in here. I'm gonna go get some. Lambert heads over to the door and then stops. That brings up a good. We don't know how the rest of the town's going to react, do we? And
Oh dear.
Oh god, are there more dead people outside?
Pause for a break. Y'all were patient and role played, so we'll give you the full 10 and everything. Be back here in 10 minutes, or we'll start early if everybody is back on time.
Yay!